What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about entry-level fountain pens because I've been getting a bunch of questions about it. You know, we have hobbies that we like, and let me tell you, when somebody first suggested to me, or when I first stumbled upon the idea of a fountain pen, I was actually using ballpoints. I was actually using these, like a tactile turn titanium ballpoint pen, because I'm into the EDC stuff, right? And when I first started looking at fountain pens, I was like, because I'd like to try one. I saw a titanium one, and it's like, oh, I'd like to try one. And I'm like, man, they are too fiddly. There is too much headache with ink, and are they going to leak? And I had all these preconceived ideas about an old-fashioned fountain pen. So just on a whim, I went on Amazon and I bought a Lamy Safari, which I'll show you in a minute. Super affordable, entry-level fountain pen, easy to deal with. I wrote with it and I was hooked. So now I have a whole collection. But the question for me is always, you take a niche-y thing like this, how do you make it part of your EDC? How do you make it headache-free and actually part of your life, but really enjoy the idea of a fountain pen? So we've got some entry-level fountain pens here that I'm going to show you today. None of them are very expensive at all. I don't think there's anything over $100, and I think most of them are under $40. So I'm going to show you some of this stuff and how, if you don't want to be all fiddly about it, how you can integrate this stuff into your life. All right, so we've got a few fountain pens here, and these are all relatively entry-level stuff. Let me just run you through the models of what's here, and then I'm going to tell you kind of in order from least commitment, money-wise, and also fiddliness, the easiest ones to integrate into your life, and we're going to go from least to most. How about that? And then we'll do writing samples with each of them. So let's get all of these out of the way, and I'll show you the first one. This is what is called a Lamy Safari. This is a German fountain pen. It's basically made out of plastic. It's got interchangeable nibs. You can buy different nibs for it. This one is a medium. It comes in a bunch of different colors. So we've got a white one there. This is actually called a Lamy Vista. And this is actually, so it's basically the same pen, but it's called a Vista because it's clear. And then over here, we've got a blue and red one. Now, what's cool about these pens is the level of commitment in them is very, very low. So you can buy this pen. I would recommend in a fine nib like this one, because it will write on less desirable paper and you will be able to use it in more areas of your life more frequently. It's super heavy duty. It's made out of plastic, so you can just chuck it in your purse, in your EDC bag, in your whatever you carry. And, you know, I think my daughter Brianna has one. It just lives in her purse, in the bottom of her purse, and it just, you know, gets beat around and it's totally fine, doesn't leak. But the cool thing about it is this. There's a few different options. When you buy the pen, it comes with a preloaded ink cartridge. And all you do is you just push on this. You wait about 5 minutes for the ink to go down into the pen, into the section, and boom, now you have a fountain pen. And you can just replace these cartridges whenever you run out, which it's super low commitment, super low stress, super low mess. And then they've got another version of this pen. This is like 25 bucks or something. They've got another version of this pen that's all aluminum that kind of classes it up a level from this. So there's a bunch of pens surrounding the Lamy Safari's type of design that makes it super easy. Now, if you want, you can then spend $7 and get this piston converter. And what this piston converter does is it allows you to kind of go to the next level of commitment and put this into a bottle of ink, suck ink up into here, and be able to kind of have more fun with your ink choices. So for example, when you look at my Lamy Vista here, it's got some kind of blue ink in it that I really like. And when it runs out, I'll just rinse this out with water and I'll put some other color in there when I'm done. Super low maintenance, but this kind of gets you into the thing in a couple of different commitment levels, right? Because you can just have a replaceable cartridge that is no headache, super easy, or and you can use that for a while till you kind of get tired of just having blue and black and the basic colors, right? And then you can get into some more fun colors without really spending a lot of money. Like I said, all these pens are, I think all these pens are like under 30 bucks or 40 bucks or something. Super inexpensive. Let me show you another brand that kind of is, to me, the next level in experience. Actually, before we do that, let me show you another one. This is called a Kaweco Sport. This is a baby little pen. This is also Brianna's pen, actually. And I actually did just dig this out of the bottom of her purse. She did give me permission. And you pull this pen apart and you post it on the back, and now it's more of a full-size pen. But the cool part about it is that it lives in your pocket the rest of the time. It's a pocket pen. So you could literally put this in the front jeans pocket of your jeans and let this get beat around and have no problem with this pen whatsoever. This pen comes in the same sort of format. It's not this one, it's a different one, it's a shorter one. But you put a little short cartridge in there and you ink it up and boom, there you go. And you're off and running. These come in a bunch of different colors. They come in brass, they come in stainless, they come in carbon fiber, they come in a whole bunch of different colors. And super easy little pen to use, bunch of different nib sizes, and very cheap. I think this pen is under $30. Okay, now if you want to go the next level, this is a pen that is also, I think they're under 40 bucks, and this is an excellent writing experience. This pen right here is absolutely phenomenally good to write with. It's a company called TWSBI, TWSBI, made in Taiwan. And when you unscrew this pen, you'll see it is a full-size pen. It's what they call a demonstrator. If you're not familiar with that, it's all clear. This pen does not have any cartridge or any converter. It's a piston. It's an internal piston. So you have to use bottled ink with this pen. But because it's a demonstrator, because it comes with the tools to take it apart and relubricate and clean and that sort of stuff, which, spoiler alert, you hardly ever have to do, you can just rinse this thing out and keep using it and keep using it and keep using it. And it is a phenomenal writing experience. They come in a bunch of different nib sizes. This is, I think this is a fine, if I remember right. And I have a stub that Leslie kind of stole from me because she absolutely loves it. What a fantastic pen to write with. Again, not expensive, but it gets you into the fun ink and doing all the fun stuff. When we do the writing samples after this, we'll ink this up with something cool, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Another kind of next level pen is the TWSBI Diamond 580. Now this is the 580 ALR with all the aluminum appointments. And this guy right here, must have some blue dye left in it from the last time oh, there's water in it, that's why. Whoops. Well, anyway, this is a piston filling pen as well. The cool part about this pen is that not only are you able to fill it with whatever ink you want, but in case there's water that comes out, I don't want to get it on my notepad here, but in case, but the other thing that you can do is now this pen actually has interchangeable nibs that you can replace. So the little dude comes off and you can say, oh, I want a broad, I want a medium, I want a stub, I want a whatever. And you can just swap that out by just screwing that on and off, and boom, there you go. I think this pen is around $60, $70, something like that. But this is, again, a piston fill only pen, so you have to use bottled ink with it. Cleans out super easy. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job of getting all the water out of there. But there you go. What a fantastic pen. Great writing experience. All the nib choices are great. Super, super cool. Let's give you a writing sample with a fine nib, one of these, because I think that's what you should have. I think this nib is broad in this one. This is actually full of ink, some green ink or something that Brianna's got. I'll grab a fine nib version of this. I've got 3 of these, so I'll grab a fine nib version of this, and then I'll ink this up too. So we'll ink up one of these, and we'll ink up one of these, and we'll do a writing sample. That way you'll be able to see one of each of everything and kind of just how awesome they are. All right, let's go with easiest to hardest again, shall we? Let's start with the Lamy. This is the Lamy Vista. And this is a fine nib. And I can't remember what ink is in this, but it's some kind of blue. I think this is actually Diamine Polar Glow, I'm pretty sure. I can't spell apparently. Writing on camera is a lot of pressure. Anyway, I like this pen because this pen is fine enough to be able to write with and to be able to just do any kind of everyday, you know, making lists, anything like that. And just doing whatever. It still writes very, very well. It gives you a nice fountain pen experience without being expensive. It looks cool. And when you're done, you can just throw it in your purse or throw it in your glove box or throw it in your center console or throw it in your pocket, and it will do just fine. Speaking of pockets, this is going to be the legit pocket pen on our list. This is the Kaweco Sport. This is Brianna's pen. I've actually not written with this. So this is a, wow, this is a broad nib. Writes really wet, but man, is it smooth. Super, super, super smooth. Wow. It's pretty awesome. Good Lord, this thing is cool. I personally wouldn't want a nib this broad, but dang, is it cool. I'm pretty sure this is Waringle For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yeah, this pen is crazy. Super cool. Writes really, really wet, writes really, really smooth. And if you had a fine or a extra fine nib, you'd be able to, be able to write on crappy paper and job applications and your mom's will and all that kind of stuff. Next on the list we have the TWSBI Eco. This pen's fantastic. One of the things I really like about it, it's got a little rubber O-ring right there, so you can post this pen really, really easily. Gets a little long, but it's not heavy, so it doesn't matter. So this is the TWSBI Eco. Geez, I cannot spell today. Eco. And this is a medium. I just put ink in this, so there might not be any ink in it. Here we go. Here, let's try this again. TWSBI Eco. And this is Diamine Red Dragon. This is another pen that is like super smooth. And in a medium nib, I like this. You can write this was my daily writer for quite a while actually. You can, it's very, very smooth. You don't feel the paper a lot. It's just super glassy, especially for the economical price that this pen is. It's just really, really nice. I really like it. And these come in a bunch of different colors too. So these can be a lot of fun. And then of course, because it's a demonstrator, you know, you've got that ink sloshing around, which is kind of cool. And you can put really cool colors in it that do really cool things in the light. In fact, I'll show you that with this last pen. So this is the TWSBI Diamond 580. Now this is a different one. I grabbed a different one because it had a different nib on it and I didn't feel like swapping them around. So this pen is pretty cool. This thing feels great too. TWSBI Diamond 580. And actually this is a Diamond 580 ALR because it has the aluminum stuff on it. And this ink is Colorverse Blue Dragon. And I'll put some B-roll over this of what this color is actually doing as it dries. And this is why fountain pens are so cool. Because when you look at this color, and then you watch it dry, and you see what it starts to do, and it does this very cool stuff that you don't get with any ballpoint. And you don't get this super smooth writing experience with any ballpoint. Like, this is absolutely killer. So everything on the list today, super economical, super durable, don't have to worry about it. It makes having a fountain pen in your pocket or in your purse or in your briefcase or in your glove box really easy and simple to do. Anything from swapping out a cartridge, you don't even have to get your fingers inky, all the way to playing around with really fun, sparkly, shimmery, sheeny colors. And everywhere in between. And like I said, this just makes it easy. I think it's fun. And this is where these pens are where I would start. Don't get all of them at once if you don't want to, or get all of them at once if you want to. Pick a cool color of ink, and just go crazy. And let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these. If you're new to fountain pens, you may not have. But if you're not new and you're just lurking around, please let everybody know in the comments what you have tried and what you have used, what your experience has been, and also colors, like ink colors and stuff. What are your favorite ink colors that you use with this stuff? To give some of the folks that are a little less experienced with this stuff some ideas in the comments, you know. Hey, I got one of these in this color and I got this ink to go with it and it was really fun and I really enjoyed it and it was easy to clean and, you know, etc., all that kind of stuff. Get in the comments and let me know. And let me know what you want to see in the next video. I think we're probably going to do some knife content because these kind of things kind of compare together, or, you know, pair together very well. And I've got a couple of really cool pocket knives around here that I want to show you. I've been thinking about putting a pen and a pocket knife pairing together. And I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with that yet, but I kind of have some ideas. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button. There'll be links to all this stuff in the description below that'll help out the channel. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.